I'm going to make the birch, you know, that we've made fir tree last meet, and this time it will be a birch. And so this week, so previous week, I was in the north, and it was very nice week because here on the coast it is very hot. So it's my dog. It is very hot, and we decided to escape for some days to a cooler place, because here it's about 35 plus 35 Celsius degrees, and there it's only 25 and sometimes 20, 27, but it's very cool in the evening. It's plus 19 or even plus 15. Very pleasant, and it was a relief. It was such nice. There were some nice pleasant days, but now, and we lived in a field, and there were some trees, a lot of birch, a lot of aspens, but you know, I guess that it was a fire, and aspens are very small. They're like bushes, yet a lot of oases with a group of aspens, a lot of juniper trees, and a lot of birch trees. And today we are going to make a birch. And I want to tell you that it's so birch, it is a deciduous tree, and it's better to make so this birch head, yes, a lot of leaves of birch out of a cord wool. So this is cord wool, that is ribbon wool. And you know that, let's have the example. So I stab this wool like this, and look, if you see close, it's quite nice, but anyway, so it's very rough and it's very fluffy. And when you stab cord wool, especially thin cord wool like New Zealand or a Lithuanian wool, it's very good. It really looks like crown and the head of a birch tree. So, and it takes only a few steps. So look, I stabbed a few times, and it is good, very close, very real, like this, yes. And compare, for example, this and this. It is the same quantity. It is the same quantity of stabs, but of course different colors. But for example, this is for young birch, this is for June birch, this is for August birch, and this is for the trunk. I'm sorry for coughing, but I cough. It is the third week of my coughing, and I even had antibiotics, but anyway, I still coughing. Doctor said that it would be about 3 weeks. I'm making I'm making the birch tree, because I saw a lot of birches last week, and I liked the tree. And this is the trunk. And you know that the bark of a tree, of a birch tree, has these black lines, dark lines, and so we take very small amount of this. And this is not black, it is a cord wool, and it is a dark gray, and I take only this quantity. And you know that there are a lot of birch trees in Scandinavia, in Norway, Sweden, in Finland, and in Russia, and at school I learned that birch, it is a very Russian. So white birch under my window, by my window, so that it is representative of Russian soul. But no, there are a lot of birch trees all around the world, and in Montenegro, in north, and even on the coast, there are these trees. So it's not only Russian, and they're very, very beautiful. I agree. And you know that it is very good bark. And in ancient Russian time, people wrote on this bark of a birch tree. And in museum, in a historical museum in Moscow, there is a department with this birch tree barks with children patterns, with children pictures. For example, when they went to school and they drew something, scratched something on birch bark, and very famous one, it is on Fame's pictures on the birch bark. So look, this is a kind of a stem like this, and you know that also there are little spots, and I add here. Oh, you know that I would appreciate it, of course. You know that Renaissance, it is my favorite period, and I think that in our global world, everything that connected with crafts, it will be nice. Of course, I will love to take part in such event, in such fest, to show, to share, to see other crafters. So look, this is a stem, and now we'll take, and as I told, so this is a deciduous, and it has a lot of leaves, very small, very nice leaves, and it's about swinging a little bit. But you know, I'm not going, so it is like wool strokes, very, very abstract, yes. So we just add like this, something like this, and make it more birchish. So like this, for example. You know that it is very fast. It's very simple. So you can make like this. And I think that for this variant, stem is trump. Trump is a bit thick, so let's make it more narrow. And thank you. You know, felting is very, very nice craft. So this is the birch, and then I tear because I want to show you another. For example, we take this, and again we put it like this. And you know, sometimes birches look like this, really. You know that here in my neighborhood there is a very nice house in Montenegro, and it is very planned globalism, so cosmopolitanism, because you know that there is the birch, very beautiful one, big one, old tree, and also there is tangerine tree, orange tree, olive, so cypress, and you know that one exotic tree that I don't know. It's quite little yet. Hi. And you know that I like to see this diversity, plant diversity. And I was in north part of Montenegro. It is Durmitor place. The town is called Žablják. And I studied some plants and flowers and herbs there. And there were a lot of junipers, a lot of aspens, and a lot of birches. I don't know why. So we lived in a field, in a lonely home, in a lonely house. So look, it looks like this. For example, you know that when it is later in summer, in August or in autumn, the color it's like this. Yes, it's closer to this. So it's only 10 minutes, and we've made this birch. And I would like to add this birch to my Durmitor composition that I've made because I was really impressed. So hi, I told you hi. Nice to meet you. And you know that birch, it can be part of your Waldorf composition of a Waldorf summer table or summer corner. Or it can be, you can just show it to your child and say, so look, this is the birch, this is I'm so sorry for coughing. And that's all for today, and see you next time. I am going to show you my Durmitor composition from Žablják. Thank you. And how I put birch there. And please watch my evening video today. I will be very grateful, and comment, because I make some videos sometimes, and about everything, but most, of course, I love to make videos about Dante. You know that I want to show you that, for example, that is my wall, and it is not finished yet, but it is Dante. And because I love the Divine Comedy, La Divina Commedia, and I love Dante and his life story and his poems, and I want to make big exhibition about that is dedicated to Dante and to British literature. But anyway, we came home today from the north part. From north, I made this Venetian lion, and I have this Leo from Venice, and he has his winged lion. So I want to make some about Italian culture, about British literature, because I'm an English teacher. So, and I make some videos, short videos about this. Please watch, and thanks for watching, because you're great people, you're interested in felting and how pretty old ladies create felting. So thanks for watching and for saying hi, for your kind words. So thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye bye.